Дослідження показує, що з кожним роком держави залучають дедалі більші інвестиції для розбудови Smart Cities. It has been found out by researchers that every year governments are attracting more investments to build smart cities. We find here substitution. Active voice is transformed into passive in translation, and I would like to remind you that passive is much more frequently used in English than in Ukrainian, and this order will be a usual one when we change active into passive, not vice versa. While translating from English into Ukrainian, the process is usually the opposite. So passive is transformed into active, but not all the time. Of course, even here, we can say that the studies showed that many ways of putting it, but it is all right to transform active into passive. Що ж таке розумне місто? Простими словами, це взаємодія між містом та його жителями на основі найсучасніших технологій. What is a smart city? In plain words, it is the latest technologies provided by the city to people who live there. Взаємодія між містом та його жителями на основі найсучасніших технологій. It is quite hard to get into the actual meaning of the words, and if we put it in the same way in English, it will be even harder for understanding. So we can find several transformations to avoid it. First of all, omission. We don't have взаимодія на основі. In the translation, we find the addition. It is. Again, we add the verb to be as the predicate of the sentence. And substitution. We replace на основі by provided by. Though the sentences in English and in Ukrainian express the ideas with the help of different words and in some changed order, there still the meaning is the same. В основі лежить інтернет речей. Технологія, що дозволяє деяким речам чи системам спілкуватися між собою. It is based on the Internet of Things. That is the technology that makes it possible for some things or systems to communicate with each other. Here we find the substitution. Active is turns into passive. Наприклад, у Барселоні спеціальні сенсори показують вільні місця для паркування, що сприяє розвантаженню трафіку. For instance, in Barcelona, spare parking spaces are indicated by special sensors, which helps reduce the traffic. We find two substitutions here. The first is active is transformed into passive, and another one is the transformation or the substitution, the replacement of the noun by the verb. Розвантаження трафіку, reduce the traffic. We could also speak about lexical transformations. Розвантаження трафіку, it is a regular dead metaphor, which is used in Ukrainian. So if we translate word for word, it will sound quite emotional and pretty ambiguous, vague in English. So to reduce the traffic corresponds both stylistically and lexically to the source text. В Амстердамі датчики на сміттєвих баках сигналізують про їхнє наповнення. In Amsterdam, sensors on garbage tanks signal when they are full. Here we find a substitution of on the syntactical level. The simple sentence in Ukrainian is transformed into the complex sentence. So in complex sentence, we have two clauses. Signal what? When they are full. So when they are full is the attributive clause, which makes the whole sentence a complex one.